Let me tell you what's cracking. Let's get straight to it. Donald Trump is inaugurated, and he is now the president of America. Again. So for 4 more years, you have to engage with the president of the United States of America. And you have to determine what that is. You have to come to an understanding of what that is. You are the ones that's going to have to answer for what that is. What it pertains to, everything. Now, again, we keep saying countless times, people keep making observations that are not necessarily true. As we keep asking the questions to the people, your rent's still going to be due on the 1st. Whatever you paid a couple months ago, it's going to be the same amount you have to pay now. It's the same type of reality that you're not ready for. It's the same kind of reality that's going to lead the majority of the people to the poorhouse. And it's coming. Mm-hmm. Yes, after that, she was winning. What are you talking about? She was winning. So once again, I'm having a hard time trying to understand what you mean by the situation, but to say, oh, she wasn't winning or whatever, she was winning. She was up 49% to 49. She was winning the election. Whereas by the time they did the face-off, she was winning the election. Then, as it got to the polls, it got to the real thick of things. They realized, hey, wait a minute, she might not win this thing. Something's going wrong here. So we explained why that was. So now, how does this change your life? How does this video change your life? I'm curious to know that. I'm extremely curious to know, how did this change your life? How did Donald Trump video change your life? Well, most people, he's going to get all of the racists, the white supremacists, the misogynists. They're all going to vote for Donald Trump. Then you have the others. All of these spiteful, hateful, male chauvinist pigs are going to vote for her. Going to vote for him. And was never going to vote for her. Then you start looking at how toxic everything has become. So, with the nature of the beast being what it is, society's changed. It's flipped upside down, and nobody wants to take accountability for anything anymore. I will address Snoop today during a live stream on Casino for Life. We're going to address Snoop. Because everybody's been giving him a pass on this channel because he's cool, but we'll address his situation. We'll get to it. Don't think I've forgotten. We have a lot of different things on the horizon. You see, that's the problem. Once you have a lot of things on the horizon, a lot of people have their beliefs or this is the way I think it should go, all of that nonsense, right? But you look at myself and others who don't move in those ways. We are not controlled by the optics of what everyone else believes something should be. That might be their belief, but it's not ours. It's not how we move. It's not how we roll. So somebody else's beliefs might not necessarily be yours. What I'm saying is, did your light bill change? Did the price of gas change? Did anything change as of yet? Because everybody act like it was going to be the end of the world when Donald Trump was elected president of the United States. Celebrities saying they're gonna move. I'm moving. I'm leaving this country. That's what they said. I'm leaving this country. And go where? Because here's the thing, you talking about leaving and going to another country. Those other countries that you talking about, you could be arrested for just posting stuff like what you saying right now about Donald Trump. So, we all know they're not going anywhere. They just want to complain. We get it. The person you wanted to win didn't win. Hell, I wanted the Ravens to win. They didn't win. What changes in your life? Absolutely nothing. Still got to deal with the realities of what you're faced with. Now, unless you're a part of that 1%, you're not going to notice the change. You're making 30 to 50,000 a year. What is going to change for you? Absolutely nothing. In the real walk of things, or the real, scale and scope, they don't even consider you. To be honest, they don't consider y'all. Y'all are the engine block, the backbone in which they make their money. They make their money off you. And on my Patreon, I told you, I'm gonna show you guys how to make some money. This whole week, we're gonna be dedicated to that. Not because I have to. I want to show people how to get paid. I want to show people how I can get down. I want to show people that it's bigger than what you really know. The world is bigger than what you really know. And you got to figure out how to beat them at their own game. See, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but what good is that knowledge if it's not able to be utilized in society? If it's systematically shut down. You got to know how to get your message out in the practices that they use. And said, okay, I see how y'all moving. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing out there to the world. Now, the only way they normally come after people like ourselves is money. Everybody use good old money to come after you. And why would they use money to come after you? Because they know you gotta feed your family. You need a place to live. Light bill due, energy bill due, everything due. So it's time. You got to show up and show out. You need money to eat.
Hi, welcome to Government Line. What we tell you make you pray for you today?
2-piece codfish dinner.
2-piece codfish dinner?
Yeah.
Tartar sauce or cocktail sauce on the side?
You mean tartar sauce?
We have tartar sauce or cocktail sauce on the side.
Oh, okay. I'll take the tartar sauce, and my sides. I want mashed potatoes, and I will take what is the soup of the day?
Chicken noodle.
I will take the chicken noodle soup.
Okay.
And then I want a large chocolate shake.
Okay.
And
Does
then
that complete your order?
no, I'll take a large Coke too.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Next window, please. Thank you.
Thank you. So, now that Donald Trump is there, how is your life going to change? Tell me in the comment section or this live chat. Tell me what changes for you. How is the world going to pivot?
2454, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Because what you're telling me is that
Just give me a couple minutes on the first spot.
okay.
Thank you.
So what you're telling me is that nothing's changing for you. Right, nothing. Because everyone acted as if Kamala Harris was going to be the savior. She was going to turn this world around. I heard this actress, Jennifer Lewis, that woman was going to do great things. She was going to change how this thing goes. And I'm like, change what? And what credibility do we have? Look who the people they put in as world leaders. Malcolm X said this and he was true. In what world do they let, in white society, in Hispanic society, or pretty much, not even really Hispanic, but Asian society, that the world leaders are actors and entertainers and basketball players? Only with black folks do they do this. The NBA players are speaking out. Look, these are our leaders. LeBron James. Yeah, I think it's messed up, what's going on, it's just like messed up. Yep, messed up. It's like just really bad. We got to deal with stuff like that on the constant. So if we're constantly dealing with this at the forefront, I don't understand the point, to be honest. I really don't understand the point. There was so much going on that kept a lot of things at bay. There were a lot of things that were done that were not suffice. There was a lot of things that were said that were salacious. There was a lot of things that were said that was just totally against status quo. And when you have a collaborated effort by others to try to take people down, this is what the normal efforts are. To think that this is the good side, this is the bad side. I don't think anybody in politics really are the good people. Politics, what is it? A pile of tricks. That's all it is. A pile of tricks that they get to control the masses and influence. Before there were elections, people were chosen, they were selected. And then there were wars. People would war and with farming tools and equipment and stab and have a brawl. Right? They would go to war, fighting and doing everything to try to find someone to fight for their freedoms. So you start looking at people who are a problem that got put into office. Then you got to start waking yourself up and saying, okay, while I'm focused on this distraction, if I'm so caring about what's happening in the White House, why am I not concerned about what's happening in my neighborhood? Why am I not concerned with any of this, but I'm so concerned about who's in the White House? I'm concerned about a stimulus check. Did you really think TikTok was going away? And now they thanking Kendrick Lamar for saving TikTok? I don't even know how that happened. Somebody was telling me about it. Kendrick Lamar saved TikTok. I'm like, what? I'm like, did you really think that thing was gonna be shut down for real? No. Why? It's too many white American kids making money off of TikTok. And they're taking care of their parents with TikTok. So it's a way to keep white people rich, black people at the bottom of the totem pole, unless you act white. You see, YouTube follow the same practices. YouTube follow these practices of marginalizing us by color. That's why they say we want to see your face. That's why they ask you questions about your race. Oh, you don't have to answer. Why would you want to know? Oh, well, it's better for the algorithm if we see your face. Why would that be better for the algorithm? The content is the content. So isn't that what matters? No, they need to see your face to see if you're black, see if you're white, see if you're Asian. They want to know your demographic to see who they're paying and how they're paying. Why do you think they have the dollar sign? They never used to be that way until the real people start saying, hey, there's a lot of people in the hood with checks from Google. What's going on here? These ghettos got legal money. We're trying to arrest them for drug money, and they're like, yo, man, I ain't got this. I got paid off YouTube, son. So all of that money's legit, and you're backing it up with a W-2. So they said, hey, we're going to have them take the advertisement down because these guys were ruining it. They're waving guns around, making rap videos, talking about smoke you. I did it. Then the ad pop in. Hey, right now, get this free on at Walmart. So that was the narrative.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Love the car, man.
Thank you.
Have a good day, man.
You too. They love the car, man. Everybody love the car. This girl, she going out with me now. I think she like my car more than me. Let me make sure they got my stuff. All right. Looking good. We're looking good. Let's roll. So they created the dollar sign monetization rule because they actually snatched the ads off YouTube. And YouTube, I was like, whoa, because I put up a video and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? It says what? And I was like, well, they're correcting. And they was like, sorry, but yeah, they tripping. So with all that going down, people started to expressively go against everything that they've seen, noticed, or went up against. They was tripping. So I said, hey, look, these people don't recognize real. They recognize what's fake. They commercialize. They sit up there and identify with things that aren't consistent with being real. So that's why I ask you, what has changed? Or what's going to change in your life now that Donald Trump is president? Is your rent going to get lower or is it going to get higher? Whenever the due date comes, your rent's going up. That's right. Get ready. It's going up. And I got news for you. Your rent's going up. And two, everyone else who's been around for all of these years have also implied at the latter. They've implied of corruption. They've implied that there's been deception. They've implied it all. Because it's so much conflict that's going on that the human body can't even, fathom all of this conflict of demeanor. Now I gotta have a sit-down meeting tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon for 30 minutes with the crew to find out what all has been going on. Now, the misfits that have come along and created a narrative that don't exist, they created lies to try to protect certain people. And for what? At the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do. And if you try to change it or interfere in any kind of way, it's going to be met with and dealt with extreme prejudice. People in society, people in these days and time, they have no tolerance for weakness. We become decadent. We become this soft, just excuses for losers and mental health. They got their rights. They made this country ripe for a Donald Trump takeover. You made this country what it is to a person like Donald Trump can be accepted in the office. Because everybody's scared to have a backbone and say that they know this is BS and they putting up with it. I'm like, this is garbage. It's like, wait a minute, she's not a man no more. No! She decided yesterday she identifies as a woman. And this person identifies as a pan. A pan? What is a pan? Peter Pan? No, pansexual. I'd be like, I don't understand. I don't understand no more. I'm asexual, she's bisexual. I'm like, I can't keep up. I don't know what they're doing here, but I can't keep up. The narratives are the narratives, and it's always been that way. So you can make up stories all you want, trying to find a wiggle room or some type of space in which you can operate. But what you don't want is to find out you're in a type of bubble that does not cater to you specifically. Now, if you're in that percent where what Trump is doing is bothering you, then by means, you can state, you say, hey, I don't like that this guy's in the White House, but okay, you don't like it, but guess what now? You have to deal with it because he's now the President of the United States of America. So whatever terms he comes to, if you're part of this 1% that it's going to affect, guess what? You're going to have to learn to deal with it. You got to learn to how I'm going to be successful in this environment. That's what you got to do. You got to figure it out. So what makes it different? So if Kamala Harris is in it, it was just going to be one big party? No, your rent still is going to go up. Taxes is still due. Property taxes, insurances is going up. Everything's going up. The cost of living is going up. Now, are they going to provide jobs for you? Probably not. So you got to ask yourself, what is in it for you? Yeah. I love it too. Now, here it is. I remember Kamala Harris sat down with the blacks, started telling them directly what she was going to do for black people. Right? She went and did that because she had to do that. But she did it too late in her campaign. Donald Trump ain't tell black people, I'm going to do a goddamn thing for you. And you know what they did? Voted for him anyway. He didn't sit down with y'all. No, he did not. But Kamala Harris has to prove her identity, which she lied about. That's her problem. She had to prove her identity. She has to prove everything about herself. While this man ain't got to prove a damn thing. He's a man, right? What do he have to prove? Absolutely nothing. To anybody. That must be nice, right? To be able to just have to do that. Now that we've had our fun, Obama didn't have to say what he was going to do for us. He's black, remember? I know what he wasn't allowed to do for us. And you know why he wasn't allowed? Because you guys let the Republicans get control of the Senate and the House. So all of those bills y'all wanted to see, they vetoed it. So the people that y'all raving about now was fighting against you getting things. So when you put politics over principle, then you end up in a poor state of mind. You might get money, but you'll be in a poor state of mind. Well, they were doing too good. They left the goddamn tartar sauce. And this is why I hate going to this store. Every time. Good thing I got an extra tartar sauce there. So anyway, I'm going to eat. Then I'm going to be on Carcino for Life channel. And we're going to do our breakdown. Yes, live. I'm gonna do my Snoop Dogg on my Casino for Life channel after I eat. All right. Thank y'all. Deuces.